Hi everyone. So I wanted to talk about I think it's called the C-17 crash right here in the search results. This video right here, as I was watching it yesterday, I'm just surprised that right here it says 2010, which is very surprising to me because I thought it was recent. But either way, as I was watching the video through YouTube, it seemed like it seemed like I noticed something falling down from the plane, and instantly I thought that this was some type of I don't know if it was a terrorist attack or if if it was on accident. But to me it seemed like something fell. I noticed just something black, very very fast. But it's possible that I was hallucinating because it happened so suddenly, and I don't have enough experience to know how fast a person would fall once they jump out of a plane. Because the plane was still in motion, and I even went back and looked at the video several times to see if I could see that little black little dot. It was like a line, like that, like a vertical line. It wasn't even a dot, okay? But when I went back, I rewinded the video, and I was just watching it yesterday on my YouTube account. So I could go back to my history so that you people can see when exactly I last seen this video. So this is the video here, the C-17 crash footage, and it was yesterday. Right here it says yesterday. Okay, so it doesn't specify the time though. So I thought of a solution to prevent terrorism, to prevent terrorists from hijacking a plane and jumping out of the plane and getting away with murder. And I don't know if it's already programmed, if each and every single plane is programmed to record when doors are open. So if it is, I think that you guys can all disregard this video. But if it isn't, then I have a big concern, a huge concern. And I believe that each and every single plane should document if any type of door is open during any type of flight. Because this plane here is freaking massive. Huge. And, you know, the pilots are right here where these front two windows are. I mean, I can't even see the windows. So imagine, I don't even think the pilot is taller than the window itself. But even if the pilot is taller than the window, or roughly the same height as the window, it would be very difficult to spot a person jumping out in mid-flight. Okay? Even, you know, with like the best cameras, I think it would still be a little bit difficult to spot, you know, a person, or, you know, like an item, like a luggage falling down out of the plane. So yeah, this is just like FYI, you know, and you know, just like something to take note of. So right here, this person is standing here, and it looks like they may be taller than that window by another, I don't know, 2 feet. But still, this is one huge plane, and in comparison, if you guys scale it, these people are super tiny. And this person over here actually looks bigger in comparison to this one. So if there is another person, a third person over here, it would be even more challenging to notice, like a person jumping out. I don't know if this is the door here, like the emergency doors. I really don't know. But if we look at the cones here, there's a cone here next to the person, and there's another cone over here, and it's super super tiny. I mean, look at that. And the person's only like maybe 2 feet or a foot taller than the cone or something like that. So it would be like the if there was a third person, it would be like the top of the head would be like up here, somewhere right here. So that video that I was watching is called Raw Video Military Releases C-17 Crash Footage, from the YouTube channel Associated Press. It has 4.3 million views. And I cannot show you guys the video, because if I do, YouTube, the people that work for YouTube won't like it. I remember that at one point we were able to, us users were able to play videos as long as we gave them, as long as the credits were provided in the comments section. So that being the title of the video and the link to the video, as well as music. But now they have different rules and regulations for whatever reason, and they want to talk about copyrights and this and that. I really don't know. I mean, to me, it's a bunch of BS. Because I've noticed there's a lot of YouTube videos, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, and they at times share other videos without them getting flagged, without their video getting flagged. So I really don't know what's going on, but I think a lot of the YouTube users are not really liking the new staff at YouTube, because remember, back in the day, YouTube was owned by, I think, a private company, by private people, until Google bought them out. So now Google, maybe the people that purchased YouTube don't really understand the rules and the regulations. So it's possible that the new management thinks they know what they're doing, but there's things that were forgotten. There's things that they never even thought of. And that's what's scary about people with money purchasing businesses just because they have the money and the power to do so. And they think they know what's best for the people. But I'm not really too worried about any of that. I believe that AI technology has the power to look into the history of each and every single website, and it can search for little things that developers did. And I'm pretty sure I could figure out the logic behind their reasoning, why they did it, and why, if they removed any type of features, why they did it as well. So this is very important information, okay? So yeah, that's the video right there. And it's only less than a minute long. You know, and I thought about this idea as well with the 9/11 attacks. And if these terrorists that hijacked these planes somehow jumped out, then that means they're out there somewhere. And they could still be killing people. Innocent people. Taking innocent lives. So, if any type of doors and, you know, the cargo door, like in the very back of the tail of the planes, if it's not recorded, and that information getting transferred to some type of computer device, to the data of everything that's going on with the plane. I know that GPS records the plane's flight path, as well as the elevation, the elevation of the plane. So, and there's a lot of other things involved, okay, with planes. So, for security reasons and to prevent future terrorist attacks, I believe that each and every single plane should document and relay the information to other pilots if any doors are open while in flight. Okay? But that's all I have for this video. To me, it was kind of disturbing, and I was going to mention it, but I noticed that the comments were turned off for that particular video. So right now, I took the liberty to just voice my thoughts in attachment to this accident. And remember, this was 2010, and I honestly thought that it just recently happened. But this seems like the very same video right here. From this image right here, the plane just goes straight down. From this point on, it goes straight down. Like, and we're talking about a massive plane. This thing is huge. Who knows, how much stuff is in there, and the value of these things, I have no idea, but I think that they may be worth millions. I mean, I'm not sure. But I guess, I don't know. I mean, I can take the time to look it up. Let me see. Find money sign. I don't see anything. Value. Nothing. Well, either way, it doesn't really matter. I think that's a little bit like irrelevant, but not necessarily, not entirely. Okay. So yeah, these things are huge, and it does say U.S. Air Force. The other one said the same thing in this video. I noticed that it had 0170. Yeah, 0170. So I don't know if this is the same plane or not. I mean, but to me it seems like it is. It is very identical, and I think they did like some type of ceremony or memorial, like a memorial ceremony for these people in this photo. So yeah, I just wanted to voice my opinions because there's recordings though with the 9/11 incident of witnesses. Well, now, hold on. The passengers, people that were in the plane, that were held hostage, technically, by these terrorists, because they made their plans clear, and people started panicking. They began to panic to the point where they started calling family members. So some things were recorded, and the background noise was recorded. I don't know how good the quality of the audio was, but if there was more than one guy, all it really required was one, while the others jumped out or whatever. But I really don't know like everything about about like freaking the airport rules and regulations, the searching of the luggage. I really don't know if these people were even able to have a carry-on of a parachute. But that's also something to also something to take into consideration. If there's anyone out there who wants to carry a parachute, as a carry-on bag, luggage bag, I don't think it should be allowed for safety reasons for the people, because people do not know the intentions of others or the plans of others. But if it is allowed right now, and these people are pretending like they're skydivers, I would, change the laws and rules regarding that. Like effective immediately. Although this was, a U.S. Air Force plane, but I don't know if these people were trained to evacuate the plane in case something malfunctioned. But if they were, then that stuff is already classified, okay? But if they weren't trained, then it's unclassified information. So this is something that professionals will have to get involved with and investigate, and also maybe even looking, using technology to scan for any type of shades and shadows or anything that might or may be out of the ordinary besides the actual plane crash, obviously. And I remember noticing something falling as a plane was turning right. So as soon as it turned right, I seen something fall. I seen something fall down. And if we look at parachutes, and we search what's the lowest altitude you can go without deploying it. Let's just say it. It says the lowest altitude you can typically go without deploying a parachute in skydiving is around 2,000 feet above ground level, AGL, with most experienced skydivers, C and D license holders, potentially pulling their parachute at this height, while beginners and tandem jumpers should open much higher at around 3,000 through 5,000 feet AGL depending on their license level. So 2,000 feet, first of all, I need to look into how many feet in it per mile or in a mile. So 1 mile is like 1 block. That's not really that high up. And by that time, the people will the people in the parachutes wouldn't even be recognized or bring alerts or draw attention from those around them, unless those around them are professionals and they know that people typically don't skydive or have any type of parachutes in any zone or area. Okay, so they know typically where people skydive and where they don't. But what's the chances of someone noticing this? And according to this data, professionals are deploying their parachutes at 2,000 feet. That's like that's like almost like the height of a tree. That's very low. How tall in feet do pine trees grow to? Or grow to be, whatever. Okay, so it says 260 feet the maximum. So we're talking about 8 pine trees. If we run down to 250, so I don't know though. I thought from my own personal my own personal knowledge and wisdom or whatever, my own understanding, I thought that skydivers, professional skilled skydivers, could deploy their parachutes at much lower altitudes. And if these people are killing people, they may deploy their parachutes at 1,000 feet or less than that. Think about it. So I really don't know. Okay? So I'm basically sharing this information. So if you people are professionals and understand these things better than I do, you guys can look into this stuff. Because 9/11, which stands for September 2011, has only been like 14 years ago. Okay, so it hasn't been that long. And if these people are going around and doing this for sports, and and they know that they're serial killers, I think that they will go to any extent to successfully accomplish whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish. And it may seem very awkward and weird, but you people have to remember, all this. You guys have to remember that all this information may sound weird and awkward, okay? But, however, you all have to remember that even right now, to this day, there is a ton of school shootings. Okay, so it may seem almost unbelievable, but if there's people out there going into schools and shooting up little kids, innocent children, then I wouldn't doubt this. But again, if at any given time the if the doors are open, if that information is not documented, then that's when I would be very concerned for the safety of anyone who flies a plane or who's in a plane. So if that technology is not on the planes, it needs to be installed on each and every single plane, like I mentioned earlier. Because I thought about all this stuff. I thought about how the people in 9/11, how they could have potentially suffered as they burned to death, and also when they had a choice to either burn to death or to jump out of the building and commit suicide. But they were forced to. So I wouldn't really consider it or classify it as suicide. If anything, it's forced suicide. It's something that was forced upon them. They had no other option. It's like that saying that people say, it's either fight or flee. And in this case, there's no fighting a fire. So they had to flee. They had to flee it. And I mean, I could just imagine the glass. The glass must have been, I don't know if it's bulletproof. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure it's very thick glass. I don't think it's like little freaking 1/4 of an inch piece of glass that homes probably have. And homes probably have less than 1/4 of an inch thick of glass, but I'm not really sure. I'm not certain about all that. I don't know all the data. I don't know all the information. But I could just imagine they had to use some type of iron, some type of metal, office chairs, office tables, office computers, office televisions to actually cause those windows to break. Think about it. You know, if you people have not, if you guys have never thought about this stuff, I mean, who are we dealing with when it comes to investigators? So, you know, I'm not trying to criticize anyone. I'm trying to help people, and I was very concerned with this video that I was watching last night, and like I said, I just wanted to quickly write like a sentence or two but the comments were turned off. So therefore, I decided to drop this quick short video about what I thought and a little bit of what I think. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you all for watching and have a great day. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. And everyone around the world. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Nothing but love. Nothing but love.